We wanted to learn why Sweden is one of the happiest countries in the world, as well as a culinary destination for food-loving travelers worldwide. So we set off walking through the city streets. Join us together with Miro from Three Star Vagabond on another food tour. To get an insider's view on Sweden's best food specialties, together with Miro, we created a food tour with multiple food stops through the center of the Swedish capital. Its culinary traditions really tickled our taste buds. And as you can see in the previous video of a city trip through Stockholm, our eyes as well. Skål! The most common Swedish breakfast is made at home and centers on a smörgås, open-faced sandwich, consisting of bread, butter and a slice of cheese. We decided to spice it up with something else. Today we're on a food tour through Stockholm with my friend Miro from Three Star Vagabond, and we're trying now a typical Swedish breakfast with kalles spread, caviar and Leksands knäckebröd.
Swedish breakfast typically comes in three different forms: bland, boring or disgusting. So the bland one, that's porridge. And the boring one is cornflakes or other cereal. But of course, we're going for the disgusting one.
It's pinkish. Yeah, I can see the eggs. Knäckebröd is nice and crunchy. It's actually quite good, but I can taste the fishy in it.
What am I doing? I don't wanna.
This delightful combination of fish paste and bread is not for the faint of heart, as you can see.
Get it out! Get it out! So you guys actually liked it?
Yeah.
Dutch people are more hardy than Swedes.
We Dutch people made our own country from the sea, and we do like fish. There are two main marketplaces in the center for the public to buy fresh produce and delicacies. Torgshallen, which has a strong international character with cuisines and specialties from all over the world, and Östermalmshallen. The next one is the Östermalmshallen. It's the oldest food market in Stockholm, and local people buy their food and delicacies. We're gonna try some. Stroll between the counters, packed with fresh fish, meat, sweets and traditional delicacies. Östermalmshallen houses 17 traders, many of which have been here for generations.
Hi, this is Fågel och Vilt, and we sell different birds and wild animals.
We're trying some different kinds of game. Elk sausage. These three are reindeer, and this is a bear. Elk. A nice sausage, but
Well, smoked flavor and some spices, I guess garlic maybe. Bon appetit.
how do you say bon appetit in Swedish? Skål is beer, but
Yeah, it's a smaklig måltid. That's the official term.
smakligt måltid.
So let's try some reindeer as well. This is Rudolph. Say hi to Rudolph. He's gonna be in my belly. I took too big of a chunk, but it's good, a bit mild though. You can taste the reindeer, I think, at least.
I was suspecting that the heart was softer, but it's a nice, tough meat, this one. When you're drinking beer, you go from light to dark beer. When you eat meat, you should do something like the same, because this one from the reindeer steak is a bit salty. It's not one for in the first or the second one, I think.
So this one is apparently salty. Let's try it out. It's a Swedish carpaccio, sort of. Damn, that is salty. So now we get to the heart of the matter. Reindeer heart. Yeah, I'm just full of bad jokes today.
We tasted everything right now. The reindeer, elk and the bear. And well, from the reindeer and elk, I think the reindeer is the most nice. The inner thigh is the softest one, it's the most flavor. What do you think, Miro?
I think I went for the elk actually. It's a little bit more flavorful, but I think it would be perfect on a sandwich or something. I like it.
Yeah. And what about the bear? Bear sausage.
It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, I can't say I love it, but it's good. I think you mentioned like a snack, right?
Yeah, I think the bear can go very good with some beer. It looks like apple juice, but it is really beer. This early in the morning. Beer and bear.
You can't have a Stockholm food trip without trying Fika.
It's important to take the time to appreciate the good things in life. Fika is a Swedish ritual, which all tourists to Sweden should experience while there. We went to Kaffekoppen on the Stortorget Square in Gamlestan.
Fika is a pretty Swedish concept, so it's everyone knows about Fika. It's having a coffee and a pastry, right? It's not just that. It's a social thing. It's all about getting together and sharing with the, well, maybe not sharing the Fika necessarily, but sharing an experience with someone else. So sure, you can eat and drink something, that's almost mandatory for a Fika, but in theory you could just have a cup of coffee, that's Fika. You could just have a pastry, that's Fika. You could have both or even a beer, even though some people claim that a beer is not considered a Fika. I say that it is.
Now we're gonna try some pastries, some special Swedish pastries. First one is rhubarb cake with lots of vanilla sauce. The second one, everyone who is going to Sweden knows this, kanelbulle. And it's the same shape like the ad sign. And this is a special story one, the princess cake. Because the story goes that 3 princesses love this cake, so the whole cake is named after them.
That is one massive cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
Then everyone gets a little piece of the action. I think we killed the princess cake.
And I like marzipan. And lots of whipped cream. And again,
Not your part.
some fruit I think here. That's not my part. And I got a small part on this side.
So, which part of the princess cake is mine? I think maybe the middle part, I guess. I'll take the middle. Not enough princesses in it. I'm disappointed.
It's a rhubarb cake and lots of vanilla sauce. It's a special cake from Stockholm. And for the vegetable, this is really nice. Probably also because of all the vanilla sauce. It's still warm, yeah. It's too bad, I have to share this with my friends.
Really good. The Dutchies were afraid of this one because it's a vegetable.
We Dutch people don't like vegetables. Fish, meat, pies, chocolate and licorice. Please, no vegetables.
And of course we're trying a Swedish cinnamon roll as well, unlike those American ones that have the guck all over them. This one is a real cinnamon roll. But yeah, this one was quite big. I don't know what they did to it. Oh well, let's try it out. Cinnamon bread and butter. What can go wrong? Good old cinnamon roll always works.
See the little part they left for me.
More than enough for you.
Hello, this is restaurant Sten Sture in Old Town Stockholm. This is a 1300-year-old restaurant. It's an old cellar that has been before a prison. And here you can see the original floor from the 1300 when the place was a prison. This one is the prison room that they say the king's murder was kept. After he shot the king, they put him here for 2 to 3 days, then it was game over. They cut his head off. This is a story about the murder's hanging, and it stands in Swedish up there, but in the old language. Of course, we're drinking coffee. There's a raspberry cake and apple cake. For lunch, there are several good options, but we chose for the fish-based restaurant. They also have meatballs and other traditional food. Now we're going to have some lunch, if there's still some room in our tummies.
We're having lunch at a beautiful Stockholm fish restaurant, and the Dutchies are having fish, obviously. But not for me. No, no, no. I have something better in mind.
And we're trying a toast skagen with some shrimps in it. It's quite nice. But you shouldn't eat too much of this because it's filling, I think. Here the eggs. Kind of caviar, but different.
So for lunch, what is the most Swedish thing you could possibly eat? No, it's not kebab pizza, it's meatballs, of course. What did you think? So, Swedish meatballs served in a traditional style with mashed potatoes, pressed cucumber and Lincoln berries. Everything you need, and it's served with a cream sauce as well. Lovely stuff. This is really good. I guess you've eaten meatballs at IKEA. Don't do it. This is the real stuff. IKEA meatballs may be easy and cheap, but these are really good. Oh no, no.
We've got our main course shared because we've already eaten so much. This is creamy potatoes. And some cured salmon. I think, without a doubt, this is the best cured salmon I've eaten so far. And I've eaten a lot of salmon. It's mine. My precious. After all this delicious food, we wanted to drink something. Swedish local beer.
So now we want to try something else. No more food, not right now at least. We want to try some Swedish local beer. So there's a place called Stigbergets Fot that has a local craft beer from Sweden. Sounds inviting, doesn't it?
I've got the Temple Brygghus currently, and when you do a food tour with us, you get a special food glass. It's lightly sour, but you can taste the fruits in it, the currants. Nice.
The food tour continues, but not with more food, but with beer instead. So this is a hazy IPA or API EZA. Never mind. It's really weird. Cheers. Awesome. This is mine. Now we're going for more beers at Akkurat. Looks inviting, doesn't it? I promise it's a good place, regardless of how it looks.
So next stop on our beer tour. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a food tour, but it's already the second pub we're going to drink some beer. Maybe afterwards a third, fourth,
Fifth, sixth.
we'll see.
You never know.
Vintage beers. Trappist beer, and this is not a Trappist, but these are, look at the dates, 22 years old. Okay, skål! Bottoms up, eh?
Yeah.
Another nice beer on our beer trip.
You know, we have more food coming up.
Ah, good. Finally, the last stop on our food tour through Stockholm is a Viking restaurant, Eifor. Well, the Vikings were already extinct when Stockholm was founded in 1252. But still, we can eat the food they used to eat.
I'm just gonna have a tiny beer here at Eifor. Good stuff. I'm not having mead though. I leave that to the crazy Dutchies.
Mead is an alcoholic beverage created by fermenting honey with water. It's a good drink, but it's really sweet.
Than they have. Christian and Pelle.
I'm having the flap steak, by the way. It was really good. I like it.
Please welcome to the stage, Andrea!
Viking food and Viking entertainment. This place is pretty bloody brilliant.
Besides this fabulous food tour, we did a city trip through Stockholm. Watch City Trip Stockholm and discover the sights, experiences and flavors of Stockholm with us. We did a food tour through Stockholm with Miro from Three Star Vagabond. He makes very lively videos about Sweden, so you must see it.
Dream
Explore and
and travel with us.